Hello, what up? It's me, Big P. Fuck, alright. Anyway, hello. This is like day 5 or 6 or whatever of this game. It's really good. It's definitely my game of the year so far. And we're in September. I know that, October, November, sometimes there are really good games that come out in November because they're trying to hit the Christmas rush and be the game that everybody buys at Christmas. I feel like that's died down a little bit now, but it's still a thing. I don't really see any game beating this for me, though. What else? Alright, real quick, we're gonna do some weapons testing. I watched a review of this game by Iron Pineapple, and he explained a feature that a lot of people miss in this game. So over here, on the right, you can see that it has slash and stab. Slash has an equals, and stab has a minus. And essentially what that means is, the handle is a slashing handle, but the weapon blade is a blunt blade, and those don't go together. Even though they can equip together, they don't go together. So I'm doing 255 with a basic, and 456 with a big combo. Let me try that again. Yeah, 208, 206, 215. Like, we can tell roughly what it is, right? It's roughly 212, let's say. So if I was to put this onto another handle,
I know my way around.
or, sorry, if I was to put another blade onto this, I get more. See how you see, like, it says stabbing down on this one, and then this one says slashing. Like, these are all bad, essentially, I think. I think these are all bad. Let's go with something that's meant to be the way it is. So, what if I go with... Let's go with Greatsword Fate Handle and the Greatsword Blade. See what it makes both of them are equals? Oh no, so equals is the good one. I think equals is the good one then. Right. He said that it should... Iron Pineapple said that this should be green and red instead of being like equals and then down. So what I was running was actually okay. Yeah. Like, this is equals, which, I mean, if this is the way the sword's meant to be, it would be dumb for it to be set up wrong. Yeah, this is the way it's meant to be. Alright, so the weapon I was using is actually okay. But I think this is bad. Yeah. So having like the stabbing type with a slashing blade is just like a big no-no.
I know
Alright,
where.
anyway, let's break apart some weapons. I think I want to put the cutlass back the way it was, maybe? Yeah, the saber back the way it was. And I want to put this onto... Is this telling me what it'll turn into? I mean, I could put it on the electric coil stick handle. I guess it counts as a slashing weapon, and that's why it says equals. Yeah, so stab is down, but slash is up. So this would be a bad handle. This would be a really bad handle because it's like poking, right? But slashing handles are fine. Yeah, actually, let's do this. And then the scimitar blade, I'll stick on something else that has slashing. So maybe I'll put it on... These are all really heavy things, right? The dagger is slashing and stabbing. Yeah, these are all really heavy things. Let's go with the coil stick. And then the dagger blade, I think I'll put on the dagger handle. Or maybe on the rapier handle. Yeah. Rapier handle is D and B scaling, and then the dagger handle is... Oh god, I don't know which one's which. D and B, this is D and C. But it has advanced scaling. Of course it does. Of course it does. So the acidic crystal handle has advanced scaling. This will have advanced scaling because they have elements. Ah, so if you want your elemental blade to have scaling, you need to use a handle that comes from an elemental weapon as well. That's interesting. But then you can't really put it on the acidic spear because it's stabbing. So it would only be equals. Oh no, 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 you can. You totally can. I'm gonna put it on the coil handle. Because the dagger blade is good with everything. Because it's slashing. It doesn't have stab. That makes sense. I think I've got this now. Like, I think I get it. Yeah, so we've got the cutlass and we've got this. That's pretty good. And then if I want to, I can alter this handle and make it scale better with strength. It removes all technique scaling, but it actually makes it overall better. So, yeah, why not? Small price to pay for something that's like a good upgrade. I should maybe have worked out what like moves this actually has first. Right. The gap close. That's okay. The other thing was weight. I got like told what the weight does now. The weight is anything up to 60% is fine. And then after 60%, that's when your actual attacks, your stamina recovery, like everything goes slower. So you do want to like be as light as possible, but it only really affects things a little bit when it's like slightly heavy. It's the 100% plus that are like really slow. Alright, anyway, we don't have anything to do, right? Let's go to the church and find that Trinity door. I know where the Trinity door is because I looked it up in a guide. I kinda remember. If I don't remember, I'll give it like 5 minutes, then I'll leave. So we got a key for answering a riddle. And I don't think the riddle even really told us where to go exactly. But there's a Trinity door this way. Uh-oh, I'm gonna get so lost. I'm not gonna spend all day looking for it, but I feel like I'm gonna get a little bit lost. When I get to the room with the cogs, then I'll be fine. Alright, I'm fine. You go up on this. And then you cross along. You're trying to get to the left. From this facing, it's to the left. Yeah, it's up here. I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, is it? I don't think it is now. This is a pretty good handle to put on the dagger, because it makes the dagger have a longer range. Yeah, I'm thinking it's across these now. Right, and there's only one way to go. This way, and then there's, yeah, big fat dude. And I've never been in here, I don't think. I don't think I have. Am I wrong, or is that instantly igniting them? I have been in here. I have. Let me see if I can pray to this statue. Yeah, I have been here. Because I remember that text on the wall and like thinking it was pretty weird. Out of place almost. Yeah, 2 hits is lighting these guys on fire. Like, I'm pretty certain that it might have something to do with this being an elemental handle. The Archbishop boss would have been so much easier if I'd known this. I'm not sure if it's up here, if it's down that tunnel with the lightning. This is it. Again with the chairs. Test of the day, even a noble cleric will curse God if he plucks out his fingernails. Trust and truth are one. The end of the path of stars will lead to great eternal life. Path of stars? When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Is that what it's about? Alright, monster sweepers hunting apparel. So sweepers are the group of stalkers that are not the bastards. Hunting apparel of the stalker organization of sweepers. The brutality of the alleyways can be tamed by no one. The sweepers most commonly come mostly from alleyways, and their fighting style is rough and ruthless. They can be hired with money, but buying their trust is difficult. We're gonna go back to one of these. I like this, I think, the most. And then we got an amulet. Reduces falling damage. And it's pretty lightweight. An amulet that can be equipped on a puppet. Information and memories that are useful for movement. Falling offers an equal death to all. However, with the cat's luck, one is able to scoff at death. Well, that's it. I don't really think that's like a big deal in this game. Right? Because it's not like falling damage has really killed me. I've fallen through like falling into death boxes, but I've never actually died to falling damage, if that makes any sense. Like, I've never fallen from a height, taken a whole health bar and been like, oh fuck. I'm really like, I'm kind of cheesed off though that I didn't realize that putting the elemental blade on an elemental handle seems to light enemies on fire quicker. I'm like, I've got a big smile of stupidity on my face, because if I'd had this weapon, which I did have it, but if I'd made this weapon for fighting the deacon, maybe it would have been a much easier fight. That is what it is, right? It took me an hour. It took me an hour. The big thing now is Rosa Isabel Street. I got asked to find wine by one of the people in the window. One of the ladies. And I went back to the Red Lobster Brewery area. And to where the area where Black Cat and Fox were telling me to go. Sorry, I'm rubbing my eyes. I've got the itchiest eye right now. Ugh. I went back to that area because there was a wine bottle on the floor with like a zombie dude clutching it, and I was like, okay, it must be that wine bottle. That's what she wants. She wants the whatever vice it is. Something Weiss? Yeah. Lable Wee, right? Like, it even had the Lable Wee poster next to where the guy is, and you pick this up where you meet him. But it wasn't that. Where the fuck am I going? I'm totally lost at this point. Maybe I'll just keep pushing this way. You don't loop around to the left because we've done that. So now I'm looping around to the right. I broke his weapon with one parry. What? I want to break his weapon. Yep. You can break their weapons so easy. What the fuck is this? How did I miss that? No way I missed that. Yeah, 3 normal attacks and these guys are on fire. That's wild. Alright, there's your top tip. If you have a weapon head that you want to use, look for the equal sign and look for the like lower sign, and you want an equal sign on this menu. So attack type, you want it to be equals on the attack type you're using, and minus means that you're not going to be using that attack type because the handle doesn't have that moveset. And 2 downward arrows is bad. Very, very big bad. If I touch this. I really can't believe that though. It seems to light them on fire so much quicker. Can I go through there? Maybe it's a shortcut. Can I clap? Ugh. The singing went like robotic and distorted for a second. Fuck off. Dying to trash mobs. I need to focus. Dying to like the most basic trash mobs. Hold up. Hold up. Fuck, it's more of this shit. I keep getting these fucking messages from like idiots on Instagram and Twitch and Twitter claiming to be graphic designers looking for work, and it's like, it's a complete scam. I hate it. It's getting to the point where it's like really pissing me off. Yesterday I had 2 of them in Twitch chat and I reported them and got them banned. I actually got them banned within 20 minutes. I got an email saying, we have actioned against your report, which I've rarely had something like that from Twitch. And it was 20 minutes after I actually submitted the report. Like, really soon after, which is crazy. It's really pissing me off now, because it's like, I know what they're about. They offer you things like, oh, we'll do graphic design work on your channel, and, you know, you don't even have a banner and a follow button and, like, this shit, right? And then if you actually go through with it, they want to, like, log into your account to apply the changes and to, like, do the graphic design. And it's a scam. Like, I'm not stupid enough to have fallen for it, right? Like, I'm not stupid enough to have even gotten to that point. But at worst, you lose your money for some, like, cheap, shitty graphic design work. But at best, you lose your money for cheap, shitty graphic design work. But at worst, you actually lose your account completely. Also, it's spam. Like, by definition, it is spam to go into somebody's channel and be like, hey, do you want graphic design stuff? Like, that's literally spam. That's what a spam email is. It's phishing, right? It's, cold calling. Anyway. Artist doodle. Puppets are the most beautiful of beings. Even their human masters are incomplete beings in comparison. Creations more perfect than their creator. The creator who created them. Which would you praise more? Puppets are the most beautiful of beings? Okay. I get what he's saying. Like, if you make a robot, you're making it more ideal and more perfect than possibly the person that created it. Where the hell did she just pull the poker out from? That was interesting. She had 2 weapons. Alright, that's broken, so we have to wait. That's kind of interesting, though. She was using the scooping brush, and then she changed. Oh, hello. What? I was gonna bait it. What the fuck do you do against these things? What? Special report, Foreigner's Confession. The alchemist paved the way for Krat's golden age, and no one denies that fact. But what if instead of gold, they were to cause an unprecedented disaster? Being a reporter, I received a surprising message from an informant who was once an alchemist himself. It's about a stranger who, from across the ocean, an alchemist from the Far East, who was once famous in Krat. He learned of the group's secrets and quit, and he now uses a different identity out of fear for his safety. The relic of Trismegistus is not just a simple ergo mine. That place is dangerous. My source claimed that the alchemists have an ulterior motive, one not for the benefit of the city, and they have a very risky plan involving ergo. The conspiracy theory about how hundreds of people can die sounded preposterous, but the evidence provided had a surprising amount of credibility to it. So as a reporter, I spent months with the informer and was able to see the dark side of Krat. I intended to deliver my report for the benefit of the citizens. The rest is severely damaged. Publication of this text was banned for spreading false information and promoting social unrest. Additionally, reporter Medoro has been suspended indefinitely from the newspaper. We apologize to citizens for any trouble. Wasn't there another note that had stuff in it saying, like, this book is banned, this book is not printable? It's kind of weird, right? I think it would be better if it said, this book has a stamp on it which says it is banned and not to be read by the public, or something like that, right? Rather than making it seem like they printed that line in the book. Oh, creepy baby. Free creepy baby. Aww. I don't want to kill the baby. Okay. There's more. There's like... Is there more? For babies. Robot babies. Yeah, there was another book like that. I don't want to try and find it because there's so many books in the game. But it was essentially like, this book is banned. Yeah, you were warned, but you're reading a forbidden book. You're a bad person, right? And then at the start here it says, there's a warning band attached to the bit that bears the herring symbol of crap. Warning, this book has been banned. Like, that makes sense. But why not have the same thing on the other one to make it seem like it's also banned? Am I getting a migraine? Oh, come on, dude. It's been like 3 weeks since I had a migraine. I don't even know why I'd get one. Well, I don't know why I'd get one today. I worked out the reason I get migraines is mostly because of artificial sweeteners, and it's like, it's changed my life. It's actually changed my life so much. Legion plug, that's how we get a new crafting arm. Yeah, boy, that's how we get a new arm. I'm gonna have a look down here and then I'm assuming this is a dead end. Look how they die. The way they like stay stiff and their faces don't change. It is fucking creepy when you think about it. Like if you walked into this room, you'd be like, holy shit. Somebody's hitting a piano up there. You know what? Let's go back and get the new arm. Why not? We can either get the mine arm that puts a mine in the ground, the poison sludge arm, or the shield arm that explodes when you block. And you don't get them from Vanini or his servant. You get them from the power hammer. Let's go with... I kind of feel like this is the best one, right? The acid one. Change the direction a pull of acid is sprayed. Bigger range. The acid explodes. Okay. Let's test it out. Hello? Let me interact, please. Ooh, it has like tubes. It's pretty fucking gross.
I'll use my...
Right, I want to point in capacity. Capacity is probably like the really bad stat of this game that people don't like using, but I'm gonna put a little bit into it. I feel like it's necessary. Cool. Like it's essentially just like your equipment load and like how much you want to be able to put on. And I feel like you need to put on everything it gives you in terms of armor. Like this weapon attack will get slightly faster when my capacity goes up enough. And hopefully that's like that benefits me more than having like an extra 5 attack. Or whatever it is. Her broom fell apart. Fuck off. Oh, it doesn't even do anything. Oh, cool. This shortcut's great. This saves pretty much going through the entire building. Woo! He's an actual soldier. I don't think the poison's very good. Maybe if you're fighting a boss in it. Yeah, like maybe if you're fighting a boss in the poison, and the boss like has a big bod. I don't think it's very good right now though. It could also be that I don't have enough points into the Legion arm to make it very good. Scales with advance. And I don't have like super high advanced skill. Look at this guy. Fuck off. Oh, how do I deal with this? How the fuck do you deal with this? Alright, they don't hit each other. I don't think I can go in there and fuck this guy up. Got him. Dancer's curved sword? That could be good. Put a strength buff on it because fuck dexterity. Or maybe it has a quicker moveset than the normal scimitar. Alright, that opens from the other side. I'm about to die. If anything jumps out and kills me, like, that's it. Like, I'm just gonna die so quick. Oh, is that gramophone gonna come alive and, like, grow legs? What is this? Oh, look at the puppets. This must be like a hunter's. Oh. Alright, let's go back and heal. I'm fucking scared. Oh no, this game. There's like a spotlight on a puppet in the very center. I'm not feeling it. Oh, that's the wrong weapon. This is the weapon. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Double uh-oh. I didn't think they'd follow me that far. Alright, they stopped following. We're okay. We're good. Is that the fucking Titanic? Oh, this is... It's a hunter! Of course it's a hunter. Look, she's like luring in puppets and killing them. Of course it's a hunter. Is it a guy? It's a guy.
What a beautiful puppet you are. I can hear your springs even if you try to hide them. Musicians have keen ears, you know. Would you like to sing for me like your friend?
Oh no.
I have a feeling the sound of your cries will be especially sweet. Let's have an encore performance of Pain for the Red actress, Adelina Corday. I dedicate this performance to my sister, Adelina!
Come on then. Oh! This boss music. She keeps missing because she's going for lunges. Maybe I'll stand still and just time it. Can I break her blade? Such a strange fight. I think it's the music and the way that she goes for lunges, so you could just sidestep it. Oh, her sword's broke. I'm dead. No, I'm not. She's using a fucking broken blade though. Yeah. You can break her blade so easy that it's like, if I get that early, then it's not gonna be a struggle. Whew. I'm tempted to switch to a fencing thing and like have a fencing duel with her, but I don't know. I'm not good enough. When she does the double attack and then goes into another double attack, I was only blocking the second hit. If I find like that I can block the first hit easier, that would be so easy. And then when I stunned her, it wasn't giving me like a red circle on the ground to stand in. I think when you stun her, you're just meant to backstab her. So I wasted a little bit of time doing that.
Let's have an encore performance. I dedicate this performance to my sister Adelina.
Fuck.
You stole my sister from me, rotten puppets!
Ooh, she parries as well. Fucking hell. The timing on that's so hard. I haven't hit it once.
Scream a requiem for me, if you would.
Okay, buddy. I'm doing worse now than I did the first time. Yep, I'm doing worse this time than I did the first try. Swords broke. GG.
As your sister, as promised, we always match.
Fuck. her sword broke so early on. I feel bad. I feel like, you know, maybe I shouldn't have killed her. What did she drop? Is that a costume piece, maybe? Yeah, white mask. The pigeon mask worn by the white lady. The bird lost her voice but dreamed of the blue skies instead. That day was a tragic accident for all sisters. The girl who lost her golden voice became a stalker instead of an opera singer. Why is that another female one? I want a manly helmet. And I don't know what else she dropped. Yeah, I don't know what else she dropped. Black cat, carriers, patience, swordsman, life. It must be a key item. Yeah. A small locket that was given as a commemorative token. It holds a portrait of a beautiful woman in red. The sisters exchanged lockets as a sign of their friendship. The younger sister was pleased to stand always on the stage of our dreams together. Your loving sister, Adelina. Man, sad fate. I don't really even feel happy about killing stalkers because I feel like they're just doing what they think they need to do. They're killing me because they think that they need to stop me. But I'm not a mass murdering puppet that's going around killing people. I mean, I wasn't. I am now. Okay. Do I go back and heal, or do I push forward? It looks like there's a shortcut there, right? That shortcut in the auditorium part is going to be a shortcut for later. So it might make sense to go back and heal. I don't think a stargazer is going to be here. More reading! Rose Estate incident left as a mystery. The city of Krat decided to put an indefinite stop to the investigation on the disaster that took place in the Monad charity house known as the Rose Estate. This was to prevent the chaos caused by the large-scale spreading of the petrification disease. There have been no confirmed survivors so far. The petrification disease is a deadly epidemic, but this massive spread is unprecedented. The quarantine authorities surmise that the petrification disease caused the novel mutation. The Monad Charity House, once a boarding school for kids from the slums, has until recently been home to the founding Monad family. Many students and refugees, leaders of the alchemists Valentinus Monad, has been confirmed to have passed during this catastrophe, and this will take a toll on the alchemists. So that boarding house has like a little bit of lore. I wonder if we actually get to go there. We haven't been there yet, right? I don't think so. Ooh. There's a butterfly here. Where's the butterfly? Hello? 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 Alright. And then this is a shortcut as well now. I don't like that shortcut. It doesn't seem to really take you anywhere. I should not be going... Ooh, maybe I do like this shortcut. Yeah, I do, because then you wouldn't have to fight all that stuff like the exploding girls if you were having trouble. Like picking up those... Yeah, if you're having trouble like picking up those items, where the guys that throw the cannonballs are, the stationary puppets, that shortcut would help you get there. Where is the golden fruit tree, by the way? Because I've completely forgotten. Was it floor 2? There was a secret tunnel, right, that opened, and I started singing the secret tunnel song, and then I completely forgot exactly where it is. Here? Alright, let's get the golden fruit. I really don't understand why it's on a gacha timer. Maybe what it wants you to do is farm. If you're like struggling on a boss, go farm and then you're also getting the golden fruit. I don't understand it though. Seems a tad bit silly. Oh shit, I got loads of ergo. Should I spend this ergo? Let's do it. Let's spend the ergo on capacity. That way I don't feel guilty about leveling up too much. I don't feel like I am over leveled. But there is like a threat that you could just over level and make a game way too easy, right? No, come on! I'm still slightly heavy? That's an extra free weight. I've fucked my build. I have actually fucked it. No way. Like I'm doing the same as what I would have been. Oh no, I'm not slightly heavy anymore. I'm now like normal. Uh-oh. It's below 60%, right? Alright, so I'm right on the money. I'm right on the money. Never mind. I am right on it. What I mean by that is, it looked like upgrading the capacity would still leave me being slightly heavy, but that's not true. And 60% and below is when you're considered like normal weight, like the fastest movement speed, the fastest attack animations, the best dodges, the fastest stamina recovery, and all that stuff, right? So 59 out of 60 is perfect right now. But no doubt, if we get heavier armor, I'll need more.
Oh, you're walking about in a place like this. You must be a stalker.
Bradley
Can
Cooper?
I ask you a favor? My wife's body lies on Rosa Isabel Street. There was a fire, and I couldn't reach her through the flames. I know she's gone, but I hate to think of her just lying there. Would you bring me her belongings? Then I'd have something to remember her by. Thank you. Small kindnesses like this give me something to cling to. Her body is on Rosa Isabel Street. She used to look so beautiful in her black dress. I miss her so much. Every day is harder than the last. Please, bring me her belongings.
I'm pretty sure that's not back where we came, and that it'll be forward. Where the what the fuck is this noise? Oh no. Switching weapons. I can feel myself already. Right, I've only just come in this tunnel. I already feel like I'm getting lost. Like, I already feel like I'm getting lost. I'll go right. I'll explore every right-hand route first. Right? That makes sense. Dude, I know this is like something really dumb to point out, but look how good the... Hello. You're a ballerina? Oh, she's strong as fuck. Yeah. I was gonna say, look how beautiful the mud looks. Look at the reflections. A lot of times in games, when there's reflections on like a muddy surface, they'll try and make it look like more matted down. But in reality, if you look at wet mud, where the pools of water are basically mirrors. And if it's like a overcast day, they can be so reflective. I can't remember which game I was playing, but the mud wasn't shiny enough, and it was like, what? Like, it looked weird. I remember pointing it out and saying to myself, like, I think I said out loud actually, like, just how bad it looked, because it wasn't as shiny as real, like, Earth is. But when there's like rainy grass, get low enough to the grass that your eye is like maybe a foot off the ground, 2 feet off the ground, and you'll see that the Fresnel effect on wet grass or wet mud basically makes it a mirror. It's the same thing that makes wood that's smooth but not necessarily shiny look reflective and mirrored as well if you get your eye low enough to it. You gotta really learn her pattern if you want to block all that. I mean, oof. Oh, it's one of the exploding ladies. Can I flip her over? No. Oh no. Somebody playing a accordion? Maybe if I clap when he finishes the song. He's baiting me. It feels like it's gonna end and it doesn't. No, it really sounded like that was the end of the song, and then maybe like clapping would get you something. Oh fuck. The fuck is this game playing at? Hello. Fucking dickhead. I hate these explosive guys. I really do. Did you like that roll while on the ground? Took me 2 skill points to learn that. Don't you dare. I was popping the heal when he shot me. Oh, that was fucked. That was fucked. I was about to say before he broke through the wall and ruined that moment. I was about to say I haven't seen anybody in a black dress yet. Oh boy. I was almost healed. Almost. Yeah, these exploding bitches though, like, fuck me. They throw you so much that it's like... Whew. Your concentration goes, or at least mine does. Bitch back. This bitch is back! I really didn't think she'd be back. I mean, she dropped a star fragment, which isn't a huge item, but it's a better item than most things drop. Love that they pull out a second weapon. It's just so fucked. It's like, oh, you don't like the broom? Let me whip this one out. I wonder if the reason all the luggage is in the street is because people were moving around a lot due to trying to escape the robot uprising, or... You know? Like, what were they doing? That guy's a flamethrower. Like, were they trying to escape, and that's the reason that, they have so many boxes and stuff in the street, or... Is it because people moved around because of the plague? Can I get like a break, please? That's fucking ridiculous. You know it, devs. That damage is fucking crazy damage. Like, way higher than it should be. Where's the shortcut? Right, there's flamethrower here.
Found it! The black dress! But
Oh.
It's just a puppet?
The wife was a robot.
What on earth is going on?
The wife was a robot. Robo-wife. Let's look at the wedding ring. A ring delicately crafted with precious metals. It looks like the token of a blessed marriage. The ring should have been put on the bride's finger along with blessings. Unfortunately, the bride's body went cold before she could ever receive the ring. I'm confused. The bride's body went cold before she could even accept the ring? Does it just mean that she died before she got the ring, or does it mean that she's a robot so she was cold? What's this area all about? What's going on here? Kind of some strange building choices going on in this city. We got a wooden floor that's built up to the level of these lower windows. And it's the same thing down here. Look, like this square pattern doesn't start on the ground and go up. It starts at the top and goes down and gets cut off midway. It's kind of some weird building code violations going on. Shortcut, shortcut. This is... I don't know where this is. Where is this? Ah. So you'd use the other stargazer. Yeah, you'd use the other stargazer for this. And there's the flames. Maybe this guy's a bitch, maybe he's not. Let's see. Alright, he's a bit of a bitch. Game just saved. Oh, fuck, that's why. There's a big clown. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back and heal. And we'll give this thing to that dude. He was right next to the stargazer. He'll give us some item. Go back, level up. Then go to the previous stargazer. Run for our new shortcut. Fight the clown. Seems like a good idea to me.
Oh, my Melody. This is her wedding ring. Our marriage should have been filled with joy. I failed you, Melody. I'm sorry. I should have mentioned she's a puppet. But she was real to me. I saw a shining soul inside her. Others laughed at me, but I knew the truth. I knew that she was in love with me too. Maybe I'm crazy, though. Whoever heard of a human and a puppet in love?
I've never seen that happen before. I saw the message she left.
Oh, Melody. My Melody. Your words were everything to me. She was my guardian angel. The reason I survived the Krat disaster. Even puppets have hearts, do they not? Perhaps all we need is something that helps us perceive what they're feeling. Sorry. I ramble when I get upset. Here's your reward. I think you deserve this ring more than I do. I'm more than happy with Melody's belongings. I wish I could offer something more, but this is all I have.
Is it his wedding ring?
Remember the love Melody and I shared. Who knows? Maybe you'll find true love one day too.
Wedding ring and the sad. Maybe I should use the sad gesture on him. It feels like I'm mocking him though. Damn, we got another one of these idiot posts. Right. Looks like the account was made yesterday, same as the other ones. Alright, you're getting banned. Enjoy. Goodbye. Dude, it's really crazy how much of these I'm getting lately. Like, it's actually, like, it feels targeted. It feels actually targeted. Yeah, maybe if I use Sad in front of the mama in the wheelchair. The old lady in the wheelchair at the Krat Hotel. Maybe I'll get something for them. Oh yeah, shit, we weren't even going this way. Let's go to the hotel. It's crazy that Twitch can action against a spam bot within 20 minutes of me reporting it. But I'll report like the most egregious violations from an actual human. And their team deliberates for forever. Like, so long. That's crazy to me. Like, if you can action that quickly against one of those things, why not action a little bit quicker against, you know, actual violations of rules? How am I slightly heavy now? The fuck? I'm dead on 60% now and I don't know why. What? The fuck? What the fuck? I'm really heavy now for like no reason. Alright. Somehow I got like 1% more weight than I was before. Did I get a new arm thing? No, right? No Legion plug. But I got something to like improve. Yeah, no I didn't. Did I? I didn't. Alright, let's switch arm to the fire. Or maybe the shock is better. My weight's 54 now. So I can bump this back up. And I want less strike damage. Makes me too heavy.
I know my...
Oof. I think I want to go plus on this. I can get both, actually. So I need half moonstones to upgrade from 6, 7, and 8. And I need crescent moonstones for this. So that's fine, it's not a waste. And I think that this teleporter is like the one you go to now, the earlier one instead of the further one. And now you just need to run past 2 enemies to get to Rosa Isabel Street. Which makes sense, because like, this Stargazer is right outside the hotel. Still haven't found that wine. The old opera singer lady wanted that weird whine. Whoa. Whoa, the clown puppet's a mini boss. He actually has like a separate health bar at the bottom of the screen. That's interesting. Come on, dude. The last hit gets me every time. What the fuck is this? Womp. Every time the last hit. This is so stupid. It's like what's the guy, Spong, the MMA fighter? It's not Spong. What's his name? Oh, I don't know. He does this like slow kick. And it's a slow kick that like gives everybody a dead leg, like instantly. It almost looks like some weird Tai Chi style stuff. It's crazy. He hits them perfectly in the leg at like this like super slow speed. Like it looks like he's barely moving. Fun fight though. This is a fun fight. Oh, come on. So you've basically got until he gets down the stairs to clear out the two flamethrower guys. Got it. Maybe I'd be better switching to the gun arm and just like shooting them. No shame in it. Gun's there to be used. It is heavy though. So I think it would wreck me for the rest of the fight. For weight, yeah. That's fine. I can give up a touch of defense when I'm mostly blocking his spin move, and I'm mostly blocking his punches. He's not terribly difficult. It's just the unpredictable thing where he puts his hand in the ground and like belly bounces into you. That's pretty fucked. It's so unexpected. Just gonna wait for him. Throwing cells are probably pretty effective against him. Oh, come on. You weren't close enough. That last hit, why do I think he's not gonna do it? Fuck off. I was scared of healing. Is he dabbing? Did he dab? He hit the dab when he killed me. This is fucked. This is actual abuse. You can't just hit the dab. No. At least I have a way of dealing with the flamethrower guys without, like, feeling like I'm killing myself. That's not fair. Oh, yeah, I'm dead. I can't... I don't even know what my reasoning was there. I got hit by the fire and I was like, I'm not on fire. I was definitely on fire. Okay, let's switch the cube out for the heal yourself when you're on fire button. Focus up. We're doing this right. Gotta focus. Get the first part to go well, and then you get onto the boss, and then the boss goes well. I heard a guy took 4 hours on this. I was in JP's stream, me JP, and JP was on this boss. I think he actually beat this mini boss first time. I think he beat it first time. And somebody in his chat said that took me 4 hours. Big range on these flamethrowers. Just wait for the fat man to arrive. He's so slow though. Come on. Hopefully if I'm like really lucky, I can get him to do 2 of the punches before he arrives, and then he's like lower breakage. Like he'll do one here, right? There's 1. Can you do 2? Fuck off. Come on. I missed the window completely? There's no way I missed the window completely. You need to do a fully charged power attack, right? Against somebody when their health bar is glowing white. I did that. It must have been on the actual, like, frame. His health bar was white when I launched that attack, and both parts of the strong attack hit. And it doesn't matter if the first part hits, it's only the second part that needs to hit anyway, so... I have no idea. I definitely need to be more aggressive with him and actually hit him. Mother Fairy. This shop's a little bit weird. The design of the front's a little bit off. I hate waiting for this, but I'm gonna have to wait. I'm not fighting those fucking things and losing health. This feels like the right way to do it. To wait for him to come down the hill, fight him down here. Yeah, Legion fucking gun sucks. It's like sometimes it just doesn't hit enemies. What up, Uso? Fat Pennywise. I guess you're fucking right. This game's excellent, by the way. I've completely changed my tone from the last time you were in the stream. I'm no longer saying it's a good game. I'm now saying it's an excellent game. And it's moved up from a play it if you like Souls games to a must play. It's very good. I mean, this is a mini boss, and it's like more engaging than any mini boss I had in Elden Ring. Whew. I gotta give it high praise. I gotta give it high praise because that's what it deserves. This game is fucking insane. I don't want to spoil it, but there was a gank mob style boss, and you know how bad gank mob style bosses are. One of the best fights I've had in a Souls game, like, ever. I mean, if it can perfect the gank mob boss, it's already done more than, like, you know, FromSoft could do with that type of boss. The hell? Where's the backstab? It's there. Ah, you need to be more like on his gun side. Real talk though, like it's moved up from being 7 or 8 out of 10 game to now being possibly a 10. and it's definitely my game of the year. Granted, I've only played like 7 new releases this year, and none of them were the big ones. Like, I played Starfield, I played Hi-Fi Rush. I don't think anybody really expected Hi-Fi Rush to get Game of the Year. I haven't played Star Wars Jedi Academy or Harry Potter Wizard Academy or, you know, any of those games. But I don't think they would be my Game of the Year. Ooh, statue. In honor of the happiest days of her family, because of her presence, I still miss you, Camille. Oh no, it was Cecile, not Camille. There was a Cecile, I think, right? Celia? Celia. Yeah, like, I honestly don't feel like this game's gonna do anything bad that's gonna make me think less of the game. And because of that, I think it is maybe my game of the year. There's still time for like other stuff to come out, but realistically, what, right? Fucking Payday 3? Like, like this year's been so all over the place for releases. Where is my waifu? Top of the stairs. She likes to move around a little bit.
The portrait hanging in Geppetto's room. It looks very much like you.
It's because it's me.
I sense something strange. Something like the changes you're going through. The sort of thing you'd read in a fairy tale. Go to Geppetto's room. You should see it for yourself. I'll use my...
Apparently the portrait is the way that you track your humanity in this game. Like, humanity is a hidden feature, but you can use the portrait to look at it. I should have went for capacity. That was a dumb move. Let's go look at the portrait, put 1 skill point in, and then we'll see what's ever in this big house. Something's got to be in that big old house. I promise not to take 10 years to decide on a skill point. I gotta upgrade my P organ, and that is literally what it's called. So I can get an extra item slot, I can get an extra pulse cell, shorten the time it takes for the fruit-bearing tree to bear fruit. Who cares about that? What the fuck? Increase cube uses. Oh, these are both like cube things. Well, if I need more powers in phase 3 to get to phase 4, I would take this. Pulse cell recovery enhances the recovery effect of pulse cells. I think that increases the amount of healing they do. Alright. And this is phase 3 now, so we can go into phase 3 skills. Enhance Condensed Legion Arm, increase Fable Art's effective duration. Perfect Guard Destruction enhanced 2. Increases the destruction damage to enemies when a perfect guard is successful. Enhanced Charge Stagger. Ooh, I like both of these. I'm gonna go with this. So when you block, you can actually break an enemy's... What the fuck is going on? Is that a nose? There's a nose growing out of the painting. The fuck? Okay. That's pretty fucked up. Why you gotta do me like that?
I know my way.
Can't upgrade anything. Yeah. We're Gucci. Do you sell anything interesting? He sells stuff that's like stuff you find. Do you sell anything? Dark Moon, Moonstone of the Covenant. Upgrade special weapons to +3. No. I don't think we care about any of this stuff. It's all good. Yeah, like, I can't state enough, like, I had one really good boss in the church. The big lizard boss was really good. Like, no spoilers, but the big lizard boss was really good. Really unexpected fight. Took me an hour, which is, like, super fucking rare for me. And then the boss immediately after that also took an hour. And it was a really enjoyable hour of fighting, like, a gank squad boss. And that shouldn't even be a sentence. Gang Squad bosses normally are so bad. Like, they just are. Is this the right button? This is the broken side. Is that a roller coaster? It's a tram system. Ah. In celebration of Lady Saraceni, the Queen of the High Society and sponsor of the arts. Alright. And nothing down there. It feels like if we're going into a house, there won't be any puppets in here, so I might switch over to the other weapon. Like, the houses seem to be where puppets aren't. There's some destruction. Yeah, puppets have been here. Yep. Oh, God. Creepy ballerina. Do you remember in the Rugrats, there was the older girl Rugrat, Angelica? And Angelica had like a doll with all the hair torn out. That's what those are. What the fuck? Disruption! I forgot what disruption does. Oh! Fuck off. I'm just clubbing it to death. I forgot what disruption is. Disruption occurs when disruption damage builds up. When disruption gauge fills up, your character will die. Use a purification ampule to get rid of it. It's literally Curse from Dark Souls, but the items to cure it are way cheaper. There's a big spider bitch over there. Ooh, baby. Look at her like ass thing. Oh! She disrupted my ass. She fucking disrupted me. Do I have anything against that? I don't think I have anything against disruption. I have against shock and fire. Yeah, thanks for that pop-up telling me what just happened to me. Great. Feels good, man. Oh, I do have something against disruption. I have 99 disruption, but it makes me slightly heavy. And I can switch out the cure ampule for a resistance ampule. Yeah. And then this is the thing that heals disruption. So if I pop one of these bad boys plus that 100, this is going to be easy. Forget about it. I noticed something when I was watching JP play it today. When he was blocking attacks, it's kind of hard to explain in a fight. Maybe I'll wait till the end, because it's worth explaining. It's worth, like... It's worth knowing. Ugh! You see her, like, fucking undercarriage. Covered in drool. It's kind of like oil coming from her neck, I guess, and from her mouth. Alright, when you're watching somebody play this game and they're performing perfect blocks, it sometimes looks like peas just standing like this, right? You see how, like, when I block it goes like this? if you perform a perfect block, he stays in this position, animation-wise. And you don't notice it as a player, but as a viewer, it looks like they're going perfect block, perfect block, perfect block, and not moving. But they are actually pressing the button. Trust me, they are actually dropping guard and perfect blocking. It's happening. It's just you can't see it. It's totally happening, for real. Is this the world? What was the point in coming up here? There's like nothing here. There's legitimately nothing here. Unless... no. Oh look, they got like little pink shoes on. What the fuck is this fight? Oh, being slightly heavy is making my attacks like slightly slower. I feel like I feel it. That ringing noise was telling. Look at her ass when she walks away. This is crazy. This game is wild. That's probably one of my favorite enemy designs so far. That's bananas. You can't just give them the big donker and like make them have this funny walk. I've just realized what this reminds me of. It's Psycho Mantis's music. It reminds me of Psycho Mantis. That's what it is. It's the Psycho Mantis, like, music style. An aria, maybe? I don't even know. If this thing was in Silent Hill, people would suck its dick. Like I don't mean that literally. Like what I mean is like people would say it's a really good character design. If this was in Evil Within 2, people would be like, this is great. You gotta clap your hands for this character design. The way it like lies down when it dies. The animation when it beats you, like this is great. Top tier. It's true though. I feel like if if that last boss that I fought was in Sekiro, it would work perfectly. And people would clap their hands and say it was one of the best bosses in Sekiro. I feel like because it's in this game, people aren't going to give it a chance. It's so easy to just like shrug your shoulders and say, another Souls game. I think it's definitely more. Oh my, what the fuck is that? Fuck, that's not the door. I'm choosing a dark tunnel over fighting that thing. Technique. Amulet. Technique +4. That's pretty sick. If there's a strength version of that, sign me up. Hello. The fuck are you? Is it one of those things that's like a man on one side and a woman on the other? It is. That homeward bone. I have enough souls for one level up. That's why I'm like going back. Cool. Shit, how am I gonna fight 2 spider bitches plus like 6 ballerinas and then fight whatever that was? Seems kind of impossible. But then last night I thought it was really impossible to fight that boss I was talking about. I really thought it was impossible and I'd have to come back like at a higher level. Totally was doable. 100%. It gives you, wait, this gives you 3.1 extra carry weight instead of 3. There's some weird math going on with this. I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it, because that puts me back onto, like, normal weight. So my attack speed's a lot higher now. Or slightly higher, not a lot higher. Cool. What up, Grummeldunk? What up? Were you here for the spider bitches? Because, whoof. Whoof. That design. They really went all out. They didn't need to, like... They didn't need to actually give her underwear. Like, that's... They didn't need to put underwear underneath them, but they did. I bet if I go to the right, there's some, like, incredible item that would help me fight these. Alright, one more drops down here. Whoa, shit. It's true though, they didn't need to like go that hard on the character design. Like, is that necessary? Like the worst place to fight these two. Oh! I'm tempted to run past. I'm gonna have to fight 2 of those in fucking Five Nights at Freddy's. Shit. I really hope more people play this game. I've never felt this strongly about a game and people playing it in years. Like, I know that people are just gonna like dismiss this. Come on. What else is even coming out this year in terms of games? Pretty much nothing, right? Like it's all out. I was joking earlier when I said Payday 3, but like... I can't think of anything else that's coming out this year. Off the top of my head. I'm trying to block, trust me. I'm literally trying, but like, I think I'm still in the animation for doing a melee attack. Like, look at this design, dude. That's beautiful. That's some well-designed shit. This is a better area to fight her in. Right, and she somehow didn't have more ballerinas. I only killed 2. She's meant to have 3. Oh, there is 3. So she doesn't spawn them. I thought she spawned them and they just like dropped off the roof. She doesn't actually spawn them at all. Oh yeah, Alan Wake 2. New AC? You mean Assassin's Creed? There's so many games that use AC. There's Animal Crossing, Armored Core, Assassin's Creed. I'm sure there's another one. But yeah, new Assassin's Creed. I don't think anybody really cares unless they like Assassin's Creed already. So, pretty spot on with that. This thing has underwear as well. Not as many sets of it. That means that somebody had to make underwear for like a 6-legged creature in this world. Like in this universe, a puppeteer master went to like a, you know, went to a dressmaker's and got them to make them. Exploding pickaxe. Hold up. Hold up, we're reading this. Rush forward, jump and deliver a downward blow. When you cut downward, the explosion will deal fire damage to the surrounding enemies. After attacking, your weapon is temporarily imbued with fire. And it's slash, neutral, and stab lower, so it's better at slashing than stabbing. Decrease stamina consumption temporarily. Oh god, that is a... Okay. I think if you put the dagger blade on this handle, that would be the wackiest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, Alan Wake 2 I wasn't really hyped about because Alan Wake 1 I played near release date and didn't really enjoy too much. But since then, I've played Control. And Control is also made by Remedy Games, and Control is fucking fantastic. Like, it's really good. Like, really good. More of the same shit. They need to change things up soon to get... Well, here's the thing with me, right? I've never been into Assassin's Creed, and whenever I've tried to get into it, I've always not liked it from the get-go. From, like, moment 1, I've disliked it. Assassin's Creed 2 had Ezio Auditore. I remember his name because it's like the fucking weirdest name in a video game ever. And I hated Ezio's personality from the beginning. I hated his personality. I don't see how he's a likable character. So I didn't really care what happened to him. And I think I played the game maybe like 7 hours? Maybe less? I think I nearly... Maybe that game I nearly beat it. But it was very, very like... dry, boring game. Go here, do this. Go here, kill this person. I didn't really feel like I was doing much in terms of gameplay. Deliver this message. Go here. Pretty crappy. And then I tried Black Flag. I got about an hour and a half into Black Flag. I was even streaming it. Like, I tried that one when I was streaming, and Black Flag was a nightmare. I had a glitch where I like phased through the rooftop of a building and just like weird shit like that, and it didn't run very well. What the fuck? Is this Sen's Fortress? That's a boss. Alright, that's a boss through there, so write that down. And we'll go and explore the West Wing. Or sorry, the East Wing. What? Okay. Oh, the spider bitch is up there. I think, like, if I was to play one of them, I'd want people to recommend the best Assassin's Creed, and it would probably be one of the newer ones they'd recommend, like Valhalla. But I don't really see me getting into them. They have, like, is this just me? Or do Assassin's Creeds have like a bit of a dude bro following? Like they're a little bit, like they're pretty mainstream games, right? I don't know why that should bother me at 33 years old, but like, it kinda does in my head. Oh my god, I can't block these guys, so I'm just trying to fucking hit them and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Fuck off. I'm trying to club them to death because I really can't block them. I don't understand their timing and I don't want to learn because I know I'm just needing to like get past them once. Is that bad? I feel like they don't deserve to be learned as enemies. I just want to get past them once and that's it. Fuck. I'm using the right weapon type against them. Right, we gotta kill this bitch first. That was a good drop from her. Radiant Ergo. You know what? Fuck you. Pay to win. Where's the other one? I know there's another ballerina. Get itemed to death. Get absolutely itemed, my friend. Shit. Ooh. This is the balcony to that room. You know what game I miss? Days Gone. I loved Days Gone. That was such a good game. Hello. Oh no. Is this the sister of the person I killed? Is this her? The small locket that was given as a commemorative token, it holds a portrait of a beautiful woman in red. The sisters exchanged lockets as a sign of friendship. The younger sister was pleased to stand always on the stage of our dreams together. Your younger sister, Adelina.
You.
It is!
You're not a puppet. Are you here to listen to my music?
Her sister thought she was
I
dead.
can't sing anymore. This petrification disease took away my songs. Riddles. I was fooled by him. He said this place was a shelter. Patricia, I'm so sorry. Oh, Patricia, I'm so
Can I give her the
sorry.
amulet?
I'm parched.
Give apple. Oh yeah, I bought an apple.
Taste of fruit.
There was there was an apple on sale at a vendor, and I was like, that's fucking weird, right? And it was 3,000 souls, which at the time was about a level. Like, it was about one level was about 3,000, 4,000 souls. So I was like, I bought it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, this is the sweetest apple I've ever had. I can't stop death from taking me, but I have enough strength to confess my sins. Can you listen to my last confession?
Yes.
Patricia, I coveted your voice. If I can't match it, then even if I have to break you, Adelina Corday must have it all. I know it's wrong, but still.
I don't understand what
love
she
you.
means. Why would she break her sister's voice? We've met her sister. She's dead. If I put on her sister's mask and dance, will she react? Let's go. This is her sister's mask. The girl who lost her golden voice became a stalker instead of an opera singer. Maybe she doesn't even know this is her sister's mask. Look. No?
I know it's wrong.
Alright. I don't think the mask does anything. Let's do a sad. Okay, she gave me no fucking reward and she took that apple like it was hers. So I don't know, man. Kind of weird. Kind of a weird thing to happen. It also felt like there was another spider right behind this wall when I was fighting the first one. Over here. There was some stuff stacked up, right? Am I high? Here. There was a spider through this wall. And we're now on the east wing instead of the west wing, so I don't know how you get there. Alright. Forget it. Let's go back, heal, and then come in and fight the boss. If the boss is a human, I'll switch to my fire weapon. If it's not, I'll stick to this weapon. And it shouldn't be too difficult. Famous last words. I've heard there's like difficulty spikes in this game where it just gets incredibly difficult very quickly. And if the gank squad wasn't one of them, then I'll be in for like a rude awakening. Like, it'll be a big wake-up call for me. Because that was a very difficult fight. Shit. I'm stalling. I have enough stuff to level up one more time, so I'm doing it. We're right in front of a boss. Why would you not? Even if it's 1 extra damage. The fight last night that I said was really good, the gank squad one that took an hour, I was on my last sliver of health, and so was the boss, and I'm not making this up, like last sliver. You could not see my health. You could not see it.
I'll use them.
Yeah, let's go with either 1 extra damage Or... Huh. 13 extra health? That's not good. That's not good at all. This is all shit. I'm over leveled. This boss, it has to be easier than the last two. Has to be. Iron Pineapple, the guy that reviews Souls games, and he's really well educated in everything about Souls games. He is like one of the biggest voices, I suppose, in the Souls community. He said there was damage spikes or difficulty spikes in the game that he believes might lead people to not even finish it. Like, he really believes that some of it is too difficult and a lot of people will put it down and just not pick it back up. I think that blood trail to the right, that takes me back to the left side of the auditorium, right? I'm just still trying to think, how do I get to that spider? Is this a play about me? It is! That's Geppetto and that's me. A play about me? What? Oh, was that him taking the heart out of his real son and putting it into the robot? What the fuck is this? What the fuck? Oh wow. He switches his face? Oh, comedy and tragedy, right? Like the theater masks. King of Puppets. Come on, boy. I'm not blocking any of this. Got those two. Missed that again. Fuck, too early. Like, come on. He switched his face again, I think. Okay, this is fucking tough. But this happened last night. I got like nowhere with the fight on the first attempt, and then the next attempt was better, and then better, and then better, and eventually after an hour, I did him with like the hair of my teeth. Skin of my teeth? The hair of my teeth. I just got another one of these messages. I need to get rid of this, right? I got another message in chat. I need to go to this menu so it doesn't lag. From another fucking shitty account trying to like scamaz you out of your password and whatever. Spam. Another spam bot offering graphic design services and more. Please take action. Last night I reported a spam bot and within 20 minutes the spam bot account was deleted. And since then, yeah, you don't see it because it got hit by the auto mod. So auto mod shows me the message but it doesn't show it in chat. But it still lets me like action against it. And last night I got an email saying we've received your report, right? Like whenever you make a report on Twitch you get that email. And then I got an email 20 minutes later that said we've actioned against the report and the account has been, you know, removed. Also, what up, Tipsy? Tipsy, you ready to watch me fucking get pummeled into the floor for an hour? We're doing it. At least we're doing the first bit a little bit better. He might have a phase 2 because it looks like his arms can come off. The fuck is this? There's 2. He hits you with 2 arms when he does that attack because they're like swinging. Lag. Boy. There's no way this is the whole boss. Maybe it is. That fucking double attack. Yeah, it's not. Phase 1 on the second attempt though is not bad. Maybe it is? No, no, it's not. Fuck. Fuck. I have no healing. What? What was that explosion? Terminator. It's the Terminator. that Romeo, King of Puppets. Romeo. Oh no. The first phase is really difficult. I'm not like saying, hey, look at me, I beat it on the second attempt, but that first phase was fucking crazy. That first phase was wild. I think I'm using the right weapon for the job. I'm using a lightning weapon. One of the only lightning weapons that I think you get, like, at this point. Oh my god, my thumb hurts. The music's really good though, right? The music's really, really good. It's like Dark Souls music. Come on. Got him. That's a double block and I keep fucking it up. Yeah. If you notice the faint red bar in the bottom above his like full red bar, like to the right of his full red bar of health, that faint red bar is actually health that will recover. And it will recover as long as I don't actually do a critical attack on him. This is fucking tough though. Oh my god, it's tough. Yep. Fuck me. I was still in the heavy attack animation, so I couldn't dodge or parry or anything. Whew, this is fucking tough. I don't think it's gonna take 4 hours like Sister Frida. Maybe he has a third phase though. Who fucking knows at this point? Who knows? Did you like the part where I threw a saw blade at him? I liked that part. That was my favorite. What else do I have? These are oils that you put on the ground. They fucking suck. Like, I haven't found a use for them at all. This is Fable Art stuff. I guess I could pop that mid-fight, but that's kinda not possible sometimes. I can probably do it like this, right? Because yesterday against the Black Rabbit Brotherhood, I said to myself, there's no way I can do it. I made no changes and then I did it. A third phase where he just like has a little guy that comes out of the middle. I get it. that's how the health works, in case you're wondering. So until you actually get like the full stagger and perform what's called a fatal blow, he's slowly recovering health. And the reason they do that is to make it so you don't just chip at him and have like this weird slow strat. You have to do it the full way, the way they want you to play it. What is this? Have you seen this? Have we seen that move where he spun his hands like that? Fuck me. Onto this phase again with no health. I need to get really good at phase 1. Come on, let me fucking... Come on, boy. Oh, he's fast. Did you see how fucking fast he is? Alright, the plan is try and keep the weapon power up on the first phase or use an item to heal the weapon on the second phase. The weapon durability was so low I didn't feel comfortable like going into the fight with it. I would have rather tried to like sort that out first, but I can pop this item and I've got quite a few of them and it instantly repairs your weapon. I don't know the animation length on it, and I don't want to waste one to try it. It's a Trinity door. No. Oh no. I know where this leads. This is the hall with the woman, the spider woman. It is, right? And another one of these fucking things. Why am I doing this? Fuck. There she is. You can't fight both of these at once. Let me fucking out of here! What the fuck? Alright, at least now we know what's to the right side and how to get there. Alright, I'm gonna go pee, and then we're gonna then we're gonna fight the boss. I'm gonna go Lies of P, and then the boss, right? BRB. Tipsy, are you still here? I have a funny story, but it's only a Tipsy story. Right. So, there's a streamer in the UK whose name is very close to your name. I don't want to say it because, like, it's right. So her name is very close to your name, and she came into the stream once, like 5 years ago, 4 years ago, and yeah, 4 or 5 years ago, and I called her Tipsy thinking it was you, and it was her, and she's never been back. And I was thinking about it the other day, because I still follow her on Instagram, and I occasionally, like, see her posts. I thought it was really funny. Never been back. Said hi once, never been back. Yep. She's not like a big streamer. She's just like, I don't know, about 5,000 followers, something like that. Like, this is pretty big, but... Also, how am I fucking wrecking this guy? I don't want to speak too soon. I don't want to speak too soon, but I'm fucking wrecking him. Oh, come on. Yeah, I spoke too soon. I was playing Valkyria Chronicles, and I was in like a fucking firefight, you know? And so I wasn't paying like massive attention to chat, but I definitely should have been paying more attention than I was. Alright, I just got lucky. That's why I was wrecking him at the beginning. Yep. There was another streamer that came in once when I was playing Binding of Isaac, and they kind of co-stream with this like really big streamer who I'm pretty sure everybody on Twitch knows the name of, and he came in to ask something about like emotes or whatever, right? It wasn't like him asking me to make him emotes. He was asking like why certain emotes weren't working in the channel, and I said like I banned a couple of emotes because that was back when I'd had Kappa, Resident Sleeper, and like a bunch of other emotes that are like Twitch globals were all banned in the stream. And he was like, why are these banned? And I was like, well, you know, if you streamed you would understand. And I didn't know that he was actually like a pretty fucking big streamer himself. He just left. He didn't even argue. Man, I've had some fucking fun Twitch times. You know what? I'll say who it was. Fuck it. It was, the guy that streams with Northern Lion. Northern Lion is like a fucking huge stream. Right? Like, he's a huge streamer. And it's one of the guys that streams regularly with him. I can't remember his name. But I didn't know it was him. You've met him? Do you know the name of the guy I'm talking about? Because I can't quite remember. Think so? You can say it. Like, I'm interested to know. It would make sense if you'd met one of them, you'd maybe met the other. But I was like, yeah, if you stream, you'd know why I'd ban those emotes. As if like I knew anything about streaming compared to him. My point kinda still stands though. I actually got the idea, I actually got the list of banned emotes from another streamer, so like, you know. There's a streamer I watched and he was genuinely getting pissed off at emotes, right? At people doing like Resident Sleeper and Kappa after every sentence, and he was like, fuck this. So he made like a banned list of emotes. And I used that ban list. But it's more like that I said to the guy's face, well, if you streamed, you would know why. You wouldn't have to ask that stupid question. I didn't say it quite like that, but you know what I mean. I would never be rude, right? You got an ad while I was talking about it? Basically, he came in, asked why things are banned, why emotes are banned. I said if you knew anything about streaming, you would know why they're banned. Looking back, it's laughable. The reason they were banned is because I'd watched another streamer have a banned list of emotes and I copied his list. Am I getting lucky? This is real luck. Fuck off, I hit a table, you fucking prick. Yeah. I feel bad about it. Like I feel like it was really silly, especially knowing like who he is now. But it's an honest mistake to make, and it's not like I'm the only streamer to ban emotes, right? You'll be happy to know that all emotes are now unbanned. In fact, I think the only thing that's banned in my channel right now is the N-word. Which, you know, rarely gets used against me, but, you know. I feel like it needs to be there. You can say a lot of stuff, though. I have Twitch's auto mod set to the most basic settings. Specific name banned. I have a ban, like I have people that are banned that will never be unbanned, but it's a very short list. I typically don't ban people at all anymore. I let them talk themselves out, then they leave. I feel like back when I had a webcam, maybe like, I'd say maybe 2019 and before is when I got like the most actual trolling. And it's because if you have a webcam, they want to like see your reaction, right? I don't really feel like I give much of a reaction though. That's fair though, having like a band name. Like it'll rarely come up, right? And you can set it so that it gets hit by the auto mod filter, I think, so that you can screen You can screen the message before it goes through, or you can set it so that you don't even see the message. You can't block that, obviously, because it's wind, right? Makes sense. Can you attack his tubes? I haven't been attacking his tubes. I didn't think it was possible to attack the tubes. Right, this is the best start we've had. This is the best start we've had. Okay, it's still difficult though. Fuck me. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? What's with the roller coaster? This is insane. I got onto that final fight there with 3/4 health and 1 heal in the bag with a fully repaired weapon, and he just rinsed me. It's midnight. I'm gonna give this 25 minutes. If we don't beat it in 25 minutes, I've gotta go. Like, I'm starving at this point, right? Like, it's so late. I haven't eaten in, like, actually not that long. Like 7.5 hours? Not that long, but still pretty long. I'm not gonna sit here another hour. Oh, come on. That's like never gonna be unbanned in my chat that actually still kind of like looks at my stuff occasionally, which is weird. But I'm lucky enough that I don't have anybody really bad, right? Fuck! How long do you have to run to get away from that? Like, I have one person that I know watches my stuff on Instagram, and it's like, why? Like, you know you're banned in my chat, and you know I'm never gonna talk to you, like, what's the point? But fuck it, right? Who cares? You just gotta run when you see the fan, right? When you see his body turn round to the fan side, you just gotta run. Did he just take his fucking head off and, like, mock me? Dude. How do I do this? I think my big thing is don't get hit by the fan. And when he does the left and right sweeps along the ground, learn the parry timing on that. And maybe if I'm lucky, that opens him up a bit more. I don't think you can break his weapon, but you could probably break the phase 2 weapon. There is like a weapon break system in the game, where weapons even on bosses can be broken if you do enough perfect parries. Come on. Huh? What? He was white and I did a full charge move. He should have stunned. He should have stunned. What the fuck is that? No. Because now he's fucking repairing. Come on, you fucking piss take. Are kidding me. That's not fair, dude. It's not fair. I swear to God, right? Like, no memes aside, when an enemy's health bar goes white, you have to launch a full charge heavy attack, which looks like this. 100% it went off early. Like, it went off when his health bar was white. It was still white when I was complaining about it, like 10 seconds later. Fuck me. That should have been a stun, stopped the healing, and gotten in some big damage, but nope. Man. That's not fair. Right, that's what should have happened last time. Fucking run. You idiot. Let me fucking fight him. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm dead. This is just fucked. This is just completely fucked. Do I switch weapons just to see what the fire does to him? the fire stops the recovery, right? Because it basically counters it if he's on fire. And maybe the weapon moveset is slightly different, but... And I think the blade is hotter as well. Yeah, it's a +6. I've also got a +6 cutlass blade too, but I feel like this is better because it's lightning. What do I do? There's nothing in here that would make me like more physical. Damage reduction, right? Nah. Why are games so difficult, man? Why is it so difficult? I'm trying to have fun here. Real talk though, like, I do sound like a broken record, but this game so far is my game of the year. Like, as much complaining as I do, as much shouting at it and raging at it, I'm not doing any more raging at this than I would a Souls game. It's not glitched, it's not broken, it's just me. He should actually catch fire quicker than he was catching last night, or that the other enemies were catching last night. Because I realized that there's such a thing as like an elemental handle. I think. He doesn't look like he catches fire. Oh, he does. Come on, the fucking wind turbine thing again. Interesting that he does catch fire, though. Come on, let me in. Let me fucking in! Oh no. I didn't even realize what he was doing. I was too busy like looking at my health bar. I think I've found a flaw. What I'm doing is, when he does his side attack, and he's hitting me with both arms at once, like because he has 4 arms, right? When he's hitting me with his right, there's 2 dings. I'm perfect parrying the first one and holding the block, and then blocking the second one. When realistically, I could be doing both. Yeah, I could be doing both. Also, maybe I'll switch handles and just make this thing the whole stun thing, because that would bring back the elemental scaling, and I think it does more damage that way. We'd have to check it. I noticed that the advanced scaling disappears when you put an elemental blade onto a handle that didn't originally have an elemental blade on it. So maybe
I know my way around.
Maybe this will fix it. So if I do this, and then put the big blade onto its original handle, it now has advance and motivity scaling. Right? And then if I do the same with the blade and then the cutlass, it shows B motivity, D technique, and advance is blank. But if I put it on the dagger handle... Oh, wait, which one's the dagger handle? Yeah, the advanced scaling comes back. Mm-hmm. So if you want your elemental weapons to scale, they have to go on an elemental handle. Which is kind of something the game doesn't really tell you outright, I guess. The same with the slashing and stabbing thing. It doesn't make it totally obvious. Doesn't matter what this goes on, right? I'm just trying to like get rid of it. Okay. And double check.
I know my way.
Yeah, I need one more Crescent Moonstone to get this to be +6, which I don't have. Check my weight. We're good to go. The tree is a glint with gold fruits. I gotta go pick the fruit tree. It takes 2 seconds, I'm sorry. I want to fight the boss as well. I don't want to miss out on fruit. Ta-da! Fruit picked. There's actually one item that I haven't been using, right? Like, I could be using... Where is it? The wish item. So if I'm in like really, really bad trouble and I don't have any healing, I can pop the wish item. And it'll give me like a temporary regen. I swear I'm not stalling. 12 minutes and it's 1 AM. And that's when I'm gonna go. So, when he does this thing where he spins twice and does an overhead attack slam into the ground, with the other handle I was able to do a light attack before he did the other slam, but in this one I don't know. Like, I was able to light attack and then, right, I've got it. I can still do it. It's good. See? Come on, I was running. Alright, phase 2. Much easier when you have the proper handle on the weapon. Much easier. this weapon handle's slower. Yep. 1/5 of his health, and I use the heal. Oh, this weapon handle is slower. It's much better for damage, but it's slower for the movement. You'd expect that though, because it's like a bigger handle. I'm not sure if I like it. It minced the first phase though, right? Like I just abused them, but it's like, do I want to go for a lighter thing for the second phase? I can't equip 2 weapons at once and switch. That's like out of the question. And I don't have a second electric weapon. I'm assuming they're both weak to electric, because they're both puppets. Alright. Who cares? Let's just try it with this. It is possible, right? Yeah, it's much easier, and I don't think it's that I've gotten better. I think it's just the weapon. I think I got a bit lucky last time as well. Fuck. Right, he's dead. Right, and we're on to phase 2. He's as good as dead. No, he's not. There we go. Oh my god. Fuck you. It's always enemies with scythe, right? First it's Sister Frida in Dark Souls 3, now it's this guy. It's enemies with scythes. That's my weakness. As soon as they pull out a scythe, it's over. Sister Frida was one of the hardest fights I've ever faced in any video game ever. And it's not only one phase with one scythe, and then a second phase where she has a scythe and a giant pot guy. A third phase where she has 2 scythes. Like, what the fuck? Sister Frida is just like a nightmare. Alright. Perfect phase 1. Let's go. Am I at like a different distance to him so he does different moves? Come on, dead. No? Thought it was dead. The same move again? All right. Fuck me. It's 1 a.m. You know what I said, right? I said 1 a.m. and I'm out here. One more try. One more try and I'll remember that I have a healing crystal this time and I'll maybe pop the healing crystal. If I have time. But I don't think I have time against that second phase. He's too quick. He's too unpredictable and he's too quick because I haven't seen him enough. I gotta say, it actually doesn't even feel like a second phase to the boss. It just feels like a totally different boss. I'm not whining, but I wonder why it's not just a separate boss in another part of the game. I'm sure the devs know what they're doing, but... sucked me in there. I didn't get to do an extra bit of damage. Why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep doing it wrong? Why do I keep doing that? If he hits you with it, just wait for the next fucking hit. It's not hard. Why am I doing this? Dick. That healing thing did nothing, by the way. That wish crystal thing took so long and it did nothing. What was the fucking point of that? Did I misread it? It's a regeneration crystal that slowly regens your health, and my idea was, if I can get that on the go, maybe I can block a few more attacks. Oh man, right. It's 1 AM. I swear I'm not rage quitting. This fight is insane. It's insane. I really feel like the second phase I need to dodge more. Like I need to be on him and dodging. I don't think it needs a whole respec to be able to do it. I don't even think I can respec yet. I think the place where you respec is later on in the game, because he said the Grand Exhibition, and yeah, we haven't been to the Grand Exhibition yet. So yeah, I'm out of here. Good night, good stream, good talk. Feels bad, man. It's Big Friday. Good night. Good night. Good night.